Today I'm going to show you about mindset principles from Elon Musk's life that you can apply right now to build discipline and achieve your goals. So please take your time and listen. Be carefully. So here we go. The history of Elon Musk. Here is 4 points about Elon Musk below. 1. Early life. 1971-1989. 2. Education and moved to North America. 1989-1997. 3. First businesses. 1995-2002. 4. SpaceX and Tesla era 2002 present. Elon Reeve Musk, born June 28, 1971, is a businessman and entrepreneur known for his leadership of Tesla, SpaceX, X, and XAI. Musk has been the wealthiest person in the world since 2025. As of February 2026, Forbes estimates his net worth to be around US $852 billion. Born into a wealthy family in Pretoria, South Africa, Musk emigrated in 1989 to Canada. He has Canadian citizenship since his mother was born there. He received bachelor's degrees in 1997 from the University of Pennsylvania before moving to California to pursue business ventures. In 1995, Musk co-founded the software company Zip2. Following its sale in 1999, he co-founded XCOM, an online payment company that later merged to form PayPal, which was acquired by eBay in 2002. Musk also became an American citizen in 2002. In 2002, Musk founded the space technology company SpaceX. Becoming its CEO and chief engineer, the company has since led innovations in reusable rockets and commercial spaceflight. Musk joined the automaker Tesla as an early investor in 2004 and became its CEO and product architect in 2008. It has since become a leader in electric vehicles. In 2015, he co-founded OpenAI to advance artificial intelligence AI research, but later left, growing discontent with the organization's direction and leadership in the AI boom in the 2020s led him to establish XAI, which became a subsidiary of SpaceX in 2026. In 2022, he acquired the social network Twitter, implementing significant changes and rebranding it as X in 2023. His other businesses include the neurotechnology company Neuralink, which he co-founded in 2016, and the tunneling company The Boring Company, which he founded in 2017. In November 2025, a Tesla pay package worth $1 trillion for Musk was approved, which he is to receive over 10 years if he meets specific goals. Musk was the largest donor in the 2024 U.S. presidential election, where he supported Donald Trump. After Trump was inaugurated as president in early 2025, Musk served as senior advisor to the president and as the de facto head of the Department of Government Efficiency (DOGE). After a public feud with Trump, Musk left the Trump administration and returned to managing his companies. Musk is a supporter of global far-right figures, causes, and political parties. His political activities, views, and statements have made him a polarizing figure. Musk has been criticized for COVID and Median misinformation, promoting conspiracy theories and affirming anti-Semitic, racist, and transphobic comments. His acquisition of Twitter was controversial due to a subsequent increase in hate speech and the spread of misinformation on the service, following his pledge to decrease censorship. His role in the second Trump administration attracted black backlash, particularly in response to Doge. The emails he sent to Jeffrey Epstein are included in the Epstein files, which were published between 2025-26 and Bakaopic of worldwide debate. Early life. Elon Reeve Musk was born on June 28, 1971, in Pretoria, South Africa's administrative capital. He is of British and Pennsylvania Dutch ancestry. His mother, Maya Nehe Haldeman, is a model and dietitian born in Saskatchewan, Canada, and raised in South Africa. Musk therefore holds both South African and Canadian citizenship from birth. His father, Errol Musk, is a South African electromechanical engineer, pilot, sailor, consultant, emerald dealer, and property developer, who partly owned a rental lodge at Timbavati Private Nature Reserve. His maternal grandfather, Joshua N. Haldeman, who died in a plane crash when Elon was a toddler, was an American-born Canadian chiropractor, aviator, and political activist in the technocracy movement who moved to South Africa in 1950. Elon has a younger brother, Kimball, a younger sister Tosca, and 4 paternal half-siblings. Musk was baptized as a child in the Anglican Church of Southern Africa, despite both Elon and Errol previously stating that Errol was a part owner of a Zambian emerald mine. In 2023, Errol recounted that the deal he made was to receive a portion of the emeralds produced at 3 small mines. Errol was elected to the Pretoria City Council as a representative of the anti-apartheid Progressive Party and has said that his children shared their father's dislike of apartheid. After his parents divorced in 1979, Elon, aged around 9, chose to live with his father because Elon Musk had an Encyclopedia Britannica and a computer. Elon later regretted his decision and became estranged from his father. Elon has recounted trips to a wilderness school that he described as a paramilitary Lord of the Flies, where bullying was a virtue and children were encouraged to fight over rations. In one incident, after an altercation with a fellow pupil, Elon was thrown down concrete steps and beaten severely, leading to him being hospitalized for his injuries. Elon described his father berating him after he was discharged from the hospital. Errol denied berating Elon and claimed the other boy had just lost his father to suicide and Elon had called him stupid. Elon had a tendency to call people stupid. How could I possibly blame that child? Elon was an enthusiastic reader of books and had attributed his success in part to having read The Lord of the Rings, the Foundation series, and The Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. At age 10, he developed an interest in computing and video games, teaching himself how to program from the VIC-20 user manual. At age 12, Elon sold his basic-based game Blastar to PC and Office Technology magazine for approximately $500 equivalent to $1.600 in 2025. Education. Musk attended Waterkloof House Preparatory School, Bryanston High School, and then Pretoria Boys High School, where he graduated. Musk was a decent but unexceptional student, earning a 61/100ths in Afrikaans and a B on his senior math certification. Musk applied for a Canadian passport through his Canadian-born mother to avoid South Africa's mandatory military service, which would have forced him to participate in the apartheid regime, as well as to ease his path to immigration to the United States. While waiting for his application to be processed, he attended the University of Pretoria for 5 months. Musk arrived in Canada in June 1989, connected with a second cousin in Saskatchewan, and worked odd jobs, including at a farm and a lumber mill. In 1990, he entered Queen's University in Kingston, Ontario. 2 years later, he transferred to the University of Pennsylvania, where he studied until 1995. Although Musk has said that he earned his degrees in 1995, the University of Pennsylvania did not award them until 1997, a Bachelor of Arts in Physics and a Bachelor of Science in Economics from the university's Wharton School. He reportedly hosted large ticketed house parties to help pay for tuition and wrote a business plan for an electronic book scanning service similar to Google Books. In 1994, Musk held 2 internships in Silicon Valley, one at energy storage startup Pinnacle Research Institute, which investigated electrolytic supercapacitors for energy storage, and another at Palo Alto-based startup Rocket Science Games. In 1995, he was accepted to a graduate program in materials science at Stanford University, but did not enroll. Musk decided to join the internet boom of the 1990s, applying for a job at Netscape, to which he reportedly never received a response. The Washington Post reported that Musk lacked legal authorization to remain and work in the United States after failing to enroll at Stanford. In response, Musk said he was allowed to work at that time and that his student visa transitioned to an H-1B. According to numerous former business associates and shareholders, Musk said he was on a student visa at the time. First business career, Zip2. In 1995, Musk, his brother Kimball, and Greg Curry founded the web software company Zip2 with funding from a group of angel investors. They housed the venture at a small rented office in Palo Alto. Replying to Rolling Stone, Musk denounced the notion that they started their company with funds borrowed from Elon's father, Elon Musk, but in a tweet, he recognized that his father contributed 10% of a later funding round. The company developed and marketed an internet city guide for the newspaper publishing industry, with maps, directions, and yellow pages. According to Musk, the website was up during the day and I was coding it at night, 7 days a week, all the time. To impress investors, Musk built a large plastic structure around a standard computer to create the impression that Zip2 was powered by a small supercomputer. The Musk brothers obtained contracts with the New York Times and the Chicago Tribune and persuaded the board of directors to abandon plans for a merger with CitySearch. Musk's attempts to become CEO were thwarted by the board. Compaq acquired Zip2 for $307 million in cash in February 1999, equivalent to $590,000 in 2025, and Musk received $22 million equivalent to $43 million in 2025 for a 7% share, XCOM, and PayPal. In 1999, Musk co-founded XCOM, an online financial services and email payment company. The startup was one of the first federally insured online banks, and in its initial months of operation, over 200,000 customers joined the service. The company's investors regarded Musk as inexperienced and replaced him with Intuit CEO Bill Harris. By the end of the year, the following year, XCOM merged with online bank Confinity to avoid competition. Founded by Max Levchin and Peter Thiel, Confinity had its own money transfer service, PayPal, which was more popular than XCOM's service. Within the merged company, Musk returned as CEO. Musk's preference for Microsoft software over Unix created a rift in the company and caused Thiel to resign. Due to resulting technological issues and lack of a cohesive business model, the board ousted Musk and replaced him with Thiel in 2000. Under Thiel, the company focused on the PayPal service and was renamed PayPal in 2001. In 2002, PayPal was acquired by eBay for $1.5 billion equivalent to $2.7 billion in 2025 in stock, of which Musk, the largest shareholder with 11.72% of shares, received $175.8 million equivalent to $320,000 in 2025. In 2017, Musk purchased the domain XCOM from PayPal for an undisclosed amount, stating that it had sentimental value. SpaceX. In 2001, Musk became involved with the nonprofit Mars Society and discussed funding plans to place a growth chamber for plants on Mars. Seeking a way to launch the greenhouse payloads into space, Musk made 2 unsuccessful trips to Moscow to purchase intercontinental ballistic missiles ICBMs from Russian companies NPO Lavochkin and Cosmotras. Musk instead decided to start a company to build affordable rockets. With $100 million Saab as early fortune, equivalent to $180 million in 2025, Musk founded SpaceX in May 2002 and became the company's CEO and chief engineer. SpaceX attempted its first launch of the Falcon 1 rocket in 2006. Although the rocket failed to reach Earth orbit, it was awarded a commercial orbital transportation services program contract from NASA, then led by Mike Griffin. After 2 more failed attempts that nearly caused Musk to go bankrupt, SpaceX succeeded in launching the Falcon 1 into orbit in 2008. Later that year, SpaceX received a $1.6 billion NASA contract equivalent to $2,400 in 2025 for Falcon 9 launched Dragon spacecraft flights to the International Space Station ISS, replacing the space shuttle after its 2011 retirement. In 2012, the Dragon vehicle docked with the ISS, a first for a commercial spacecraft, working towards its goal of reusable rockets. In 2015, SpaceX successfully landed the first stage of a Falcon 9 on a land platform. Later landings were achieved on autonomous spaceport drone ships, an ocean-based recovery platform. In 2018, SpaceX launched the Falcon Heavy. The inaugural mission carried Musk's personal Tesla Roadster as a dummy payload. Since 2019, SpaceX has been developing Starship, a reusable, super heavy lift launch vehicle intended to replace the Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy. In 2020, SpaceX launched its first crewed flight, the Demo 2 becoming the first private company to place astronauts into orbit and dock a crewed spacecraft with the ISS. In 2024, NASA awarded SpaceX an $843 million equivalent to $865 million in 2025 contract to build a spacecraft that NASA will use to deorbit the ISS at the end of its lifespan. Starlink. In 2015, SpaceX began development of the Starlink constellation of low Earth orbit satellites to provide satellite internet access. After the launch of prototype satellites in 2018, the first large constellation was deployed in May 2019. As of May 2025, over 7,600 Starlink satellites are operational, comprising 65% of all operational Earth satellites. The total cost of the decade-long project to design, build, and deploy the constellation was estimated by SpaceX in 2020 to be $10 billion equivalent to $12,000,000 in 2025. During the Russian invasion of Ukraine, Musk provided free Starlink service to Ukraine, permitting internet access and communication at a yearly cost to SpaceX of $400 million equivalent to $440,000 in 2025. However, Musk refused to block Russian state media on Starlink. In 2023, Musk denied Ukraine's request to activate Starlink over Crimea to aid an attack against the Russian Navy, citing fears of a nuclear response. Tesla Incorporated, originally Tesla Motors, was incorporated in July 2003 by Martin Eberhard and Mark Tarpenning. Both men played active roles in the company's early development prior to Musk's involvement. Musk led the Series A round of investment in February 2004. He invested $6.35 million equivalent to $11,000 in 2025, became the majority shareholder, and joined Tesla's board of directors as chairman. Musk took an active role within the company and oversaw Roadster product design, but was not deeply involved in day-to-day business operations. Following a series of escalating conflicts in 2007 and the 2008 financial crisis, Eberhard was ousted from the firm. Musk assumed leadership of the company as CEO and product architect in 2008. A 2009 lawsuit settlement with Eberhard designated Musk as a Tesla co-founder, along with Tarpenning and two others. Tesla began delivery of the Roadster, an electric sports car, in 2008. With sales of about 2,500 vehicles, it was the first mass-production all-electric car to use lithium-ion battery cells. Under Musk, Tesla has since launched several well-selling electric vehicles, including the four-door sedan Model S 2012, the crossover Model X 2015, the mass-market sedan Model 3 2017, the crossover Model Y 2020, and the pickup truck Cybertruck 2023. The company has also constructed multiple lithium-ion battery and electric vehicle factories, called gigafactories. In May 2020, Musk resigned as chairman of the board as part of the settlement of a lawsuit from the SCA over him tweeting that funding had been secured for potentially taking Tesla private. Since its initial public offering in 2010, Tesla stock has risen significantly. It became the most valuable car maker in summer 2020, and it entered the S&P 500 later that year. In October 2021, it reached a market capitalization of $1 trillion equivalent to $200 billion in 2025, the sixth company in U.S. history to do so. SolarCity and Tesla Energy. Musk provided the initial concept and financial capital for SolarCity, which his cousins Lyndon and Peter Rive founded in 2006. By 2013, SolarCity was the second largest provider of solar power systems in the United States. In 2014, Musk promoted the idea of SolarCity building an advanced production facility in Buffalo, New York, triple the size of the largest solar plant in the United States. Construction of the factory started in 2014 and was completed in 2017. It operated as a joint venture with Panasonic until early 2020. Tesla acquired SolarCity for $2 billion in 2016, equivalent to $2,700,000,000 in 2025. and merged it with its battery unit to create Tesla Energy. The deal's announcement resulted in a more than 10% drop in Tesla's stock price. At the time, SolarCity was facing liquidity issues. Multiple shareholder groups filed a lawsuit against Musk and Tesla's directors, stating that the purchase of SolarCity was done solely to benefit Musk and came at the expense of Tesla and its shareholders. Tesla directors settled the lawsuit in January 2020, leaving Musk the sole remaining defendant. 2 years later, the court ruled in Musk's favor. Neuralink. In 2016, Musk co-founded Neuralink, a neurotechnology startup, with an investment of $100 million. Neuralink aims to integrate the human brain with artificial intelligence (AI) by creating devices that are embedded in the brain. Such technology could enhance memory or allow the devices to communicate with software. The company also hopes to develop devices to treat neurological conditions like spinal cord injuries. In 2022, Neuralink announced that clinical trials would begin by the end of the year. In September 2023, the Food and Drug Administration approved Neuralink to initiate 6-year human trials. Neuralink has conducted animal testing on macaques at the University of California, Davis. In 2021, the company released a video in which a macaque played the video game Pong via a Neuralink implant. The company's animal trials, which have caused the deaths of some monkeys, have led to claims of animal cruelty. The Physicians Committee for Responsible Medicine has alleged that Neuralink violated the Animal Welfare Act. Employees have complained that pressure from Musk to accelerate development has led to botched experiments and unnecessary animal deaths. In 2022, a federal probe was launched into possible animal welfare violations by Neuralink. The Boring Company. In 2017, Musk founded the Boring Company to construct tunnels. He also revealed plans for specialized, underground, high-occupancy vehicles that could travel up to 150 miles per hour, 240 kilometers h, and thus circumvent above-ground traffic in major cities. Early in 2017, the company began discussions with regulatory bodies and initiated construction of a 30-foot 9.1 m wide, 50-foot 15 m long, and 15-foot 4.6 m deep test trench on the premises of SpaceX's offices, as that required no permits. The Los Angeles Tunnel, less than 2 miles 3.2 km in length, debuted to journalists in 2018. It used Tesla Model X's and was reported to be a rough ride while traveling at suboptimal speeds. 2 tunnel projects announced in 2018 in Chicago and West Los Angeles have been canceled. A tunnel beneath the Las Vegas Convention Center was completed in early 2021. Local officials have approved further expansions of the tunnel system. X Corp. In early 2017, Musk expressed interest in buying Twitter and had questioned the platform's commitment to freedom of speech. By 2022, Musk had reached 9.2% stake in the company, making him the largest shareholder. Musk later agreed to a deal that would appoint him to Twitter's board of directors and prohibit him from acquiring more than 14.9% of the company. Days later, Musk made a $43 billion offer to buy Twitter. By the end of April, Musk had successfully concluded his bid for approximately $44 billion. This included approximately $12.5 billion in loans and $21 billion in equity financing. Having backtracked on his initial decision, Musk bought the company on October 27, 2022. Immediately after the acquisition, Musk fired several top Twitter executives, including CEO Parag Agrawal. Musk became the CEO instead. Under Elon Musk, Twitter instituted monthly subscriptions for a blue check and laid off a significant portion of the company's staff. Musk lessened content moderation, and hate speech also increased on the platform after his takeover. In late 2022, Musk released internal documents relating to Twitter's moderation of Hunter Biden's laptop controversy in the lead-up to the 2020 presidential election. Musk also promised to step down as CEO after a Twitter poll, and 5 months later, Musk stepped down as CEO and transitioned his role to Executive Chairman and Chief Technology Officer (CTO). Despite Musk stepping down as CEO, X continues to struggle with challenges such as viral misinformation, hate speech, and anti-Semitism controversies. Musk has been accused of trying to silence some of his critics, such as Twitch streamer Asmongold, who criticized him during one of his streams. Musk has been accused of removing their account's blue check marks, which hinders visibility and is considered a form of shadow banning or suspending their accounts without justification. Hyperloop. In August 2013, Musk announced plans for a version of a back train and assigned engineers from SpaceX and Tesla to design a transport system between Greater Los Angeles and the San Francisco Bay Area at an estimated cost of $6 billion. Later that year, Musk unveiled the concept, dubbed the Hyperloop, intended to make travel cheaper than any other mode of transport for such long distances. OpenAI and xAI. In December 2015, Musk co-founded OpenAI, a not-for-profit artificial intelligence AI research company aiming to develop artificial general intelligence. Intended to be safe and beneficial to humanity, Musk pledged $1 billion soft funding to the company and initially gave $50 million. In 2018, Musk left the OpenAI board. Since 2018, OpenAI has made significant advances in machine learning. In July 2023, Musk launched the artificial intelligence company xAI, which aims to develop a generative AI program that competes with existing offerings like OpenAI's ChatGPT. Musk obtained funding from investors in SpaceX and Tesla, and xAI hired engineers from Google and OpenAI. Private jet. Musk uses a private jet owned by Falcon Landing LLC, a SpaceX-linked company, and acquired a second jet in August 2020. His heavy use of the jets and the consequent fossil fuel usage have received criticism. Musk's flight usage is tracked on social media through Elon Jet. In December 2022, Musk banned the Elon Jet account on Twitter and made temporary bans on the accounts of journalists that posted stories regarding the incident, including Donnie O'Sullivan, Keith Olbermann, and journalists from The New York Times, The Washington Post, CNN, and The Intercept. Grokipedia. In October 2025, Musk's company xAI launched Grokipedia, an AI-generated online encyclopedia that he promoted as an alternative to Wikipedia. Articles on Grokipedia are generated and reviewed by xAI's Grok chatbot. Media coverage and academic analysis describe Grokipedia as frequently reusing Wikipedia content, but framing contested political and social topics in line with Musk's own views and right-wing narratives. A study by Cornell University researchers and NBC News stated that Grokipedia cites sources that are blacklisted or considered generally unreliable on Wikipedia. For example, the conspiracy site InfoWars and the neo-Nazi forum Stormfront. Wired. The Guardian and Time criticized Grokipedia for factual errors and for presenting Musk himself in unusually positive terms while downplaying controversies. Politics. Musk is an outlier among business leaders who typically avoid partisan political advocacy. Musk was a registered independent voter when he lived in California. Historically, he has donated to both Democrats and Republicans, many of whom serve in states in which he has a vested interest. Since 2022, his political contributions have mostly supported Republicans, with his first vote for a Republican going to Mara Flores in the 2022 Texas's 34th Congressional District special election. In 2024, he started supporting international far-right political parties, activists, and causes, and has shared misinformation and numerous conspiracy theories. Since 2024, his views have been generally described as right-wing. Musk supported Barack Obama in 2008 and 2012, Hillary Clinton in 2016, Joe Biden in 2020, and Donald Trump in 2024. In the 2020 Democratic Party presidential primaries, Musk endorsed candidate Andrew Yang and expressed support for Yang's proposed universal basic income, and endorsed Kanye West's 2020 presidential campaign. In 2021, Musk publicly expressed opposition to the Build Back Better Act. In 2022, Musk gave over $50 million to Citizens for Sanity, a conservative political action committee. In 2023, he supported Republican Ron DeSantis for the 2024 U.S. presidential election, giving $10 million to his campaign, and hosted DeSantis's campaign announcement on a Twitter Spaces event. From June 2023 to January 2024, Musk hosted a bipartisan set of X Spaces with Republican and Democratic candidates, including Robert F. Kennedy Jr., Vivek Ramaswamy, and Dean Phillips. In October 2025, former Vice President Kamala Harris commented that it was a mistake from the Democratic side to not invite Musk to a White House electric vehicle event organized in August 2021 and featuring executives from General Motors, Ford, and Stellantis. Despite Tesla being the major American manufacturer of extraordinary innovation in this space, Fortune remarked that this was a nod to United Auto Workers and organized labor. Harris said presidents should put aside political loyalties when it came to recognizing innovation, and guessed that the non-invitation impacted Musk's perspective. Fortune noted that, at the time, Musk said, "Yeah, seems odd that Tesla wasn't invited." A month later, he criticized Biden as not the friendliest administration. Jacob Silverman, author of the book Gilded Rage, Elon Musk and the Radicalization of Silicon Valley, said that the tech industry represented by Musk, Thiel, Andreessen, and other capitalists actually flourished under Biden, but the tech leaders chose Trump for their common ground on cultural issues. By early 2024, Musk had become a vocal and financial supporter of Donald Trump. In July 2024, minutes after the attempted assassination of Donald Trump, Musk endorsed him for president, saying, "I fully endorse President Trump and hope for his rapid recovery." During the presidential campaign, Musk joined Trump on stage at a campaign rally, and during the campaign promoted conspiracy theories and falsehoods about Democrats, election fraud, and immigration. In support of Trump, Musk was the largest individual donor of the 2024 election. In 2025, Musk contributed $19 million to the Wisconsin Supreme Court race, hoping to influence the state's future redistricting efforts and its regulations governing car manufacturers and dealers. In 2023, Musk said he shunned the World Economic Forum because it was boring. The organization commented that they had not invited him since 2015. He has participated in dialogue, dubbed Tech Bilderberg and organized by Peter Thiel and Orrin Hoffman, though. Musk's international political actions and comments have come under increasing scrutiny and criticism, especially from the governments and leaders of France, Germany, Norway, Spain, and the United Kingdom, particularly due to his position in the US government as well as ownership of X. An NBC News analysis found he had boosted far-right political movements to cut immigration and curtail regulation of business in at least 18 countries on 6 continents since 2023. Salute at Trump's second inauguration. During his speech after the second inauguration of Donald Trump, Musk twice made a gesture interpreted by many as a Nazi or a fascist Roman salute. He thumped his right hand over his heart, fingers spread wide, and then extended his right arm out emphatically at an upward angle, palm down and fingers together. He then repeated the gesture to the crowd behind him. As he finished the gestures, he said to the crowd, "My heart goes out to you. It is thanks to you that the future of civilization is assured." It was widely condemned as an intentional Nazi salute in Germany, where making such gestures is illegal. The Anti-Defamation League said it was not a Nazi salute, but other Jewish organizations disagreed and condemned the salute. American public opinion was divided on partisan lines as to whether it was a fascist salute. Musk dismissed the accusations of Nazi sympathies, deriding them as dirty tricks and a tired attack. Neo-Nazi and white supremacist groups celebrated it as a Nazi salute. Multiple European political parties demanded that Musk be banned from entering their countries. Department of Government Efficiency. The concept of Doge emerged in a discussion between Musk and Donald Trump, and in August 2024, Trump committed to giving Musk an advisory role, with Musk accepting the offer. In November and December 2024, Musk suggested that the organization could help to cut the U.S. federal budget, consolidate the number of federal agencies, and eliminate the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and that its final stage would be deleting itself. In January 2025, the organization was created by executive order, and Musk was designated a special government employee. Musk led the organization and was a senior advisor to the president, although his official role is not clear. In a sworn statement during a lawsuit, the director of the White House Office of Administration stated that Musk is not an employee of the U.S. Doge Service or U.S. Doge Service Temporary Organization, is not the U.S. Doge Service Administrator, and has no actual or formal authority to make government decisions himself. Trump said 2 days later that he had put Musk in charge of Doge. A federal judge has ruled that Musk acted as the de facto leader of Doge. Musk's role in the second Trump administration, particularly in response to Doge, has attracted public backlash. He was criticized for his treatment of federal government employees, including his influence over the mass layoffs of the federal workforce. He has prioritized secrecy within the organization and has accused others of violating privacy laws. A Senate report alleged that Musk could avoid up to $2 billion in legal liability as a result of DOGE's actions. In May 2025, Bill Gates accused Musk of killing the world's poorest children through his cuts to USAID, which modeling by Boston University estimated had resulted in 300,000 deaths by this time, most of them of children. By November 2025, the estimated death toll had increased to 400,000 children and 200,000 adults. Musk announced on May 28, 2025, that he would depart from the Trump administration as planned, when the special government employee's 130-day deadline expired, with a White House official confirming that Musk's offboarding from the Trump administration was already underway. His departure was officially confirmed during a joint Oval Office press conference with Trump on May 30, 2025. Feud with Donald Trump. After leaving office, Musk criticized the Trump administration's Big Beautiful Bill, calling it a disgusting abomination due to its provisions increasing the deficit. A feud began between Musk and Trump, with its most notable event being Musk alleging Trump had ties to sex offender Jeffrey Epstein on X, formerly Twitter, on June 5, 2025. Trump responded on Truth Social stating that Musk went crazy after the EV mandate was purportedly taken away and threatened to cut Musk's government contracts. Musk then called for a third Trump impeachment. The next day, Trump stated that he did not wish to reconcile with Musk and added that Musk would face very serious consequences if he funds Democratic candidates. On June 11, Musk publicly apologized for the tweets against Trump, saying they went too far. International relations. Musk has been critical of Israel's actions in the Gaza Strip during the Gaza war, praised China's economic and climate goals, suggested that Taiwan and China should resolve cross-strait relations, and was described as having a close relationship with the Chinese government. In Europe, Musk expressed support for Ukraine in 2022 during the Russian invasion, recommended referendums and peace deals on the annexed Russia-occupied territories, and supported the far-right Alternative for Germany political party in 2024. Regarding British politics, Musk blamed the 2024 UK riots on mass migration and open borders, criticized Prime Minister Keir Starmer for what he described as a two-tier policing system, and was subsequently attacked as being responsible for spreading misinformation and amplifying the far right. He has also voiced his support for far-right UK activist Tommy Robinson and pledged electoral support for Reform UK. In February 2026, Musk described Spanish Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez as a tyrant following Sanchez's proposal to prohibit minors under the age of 16 from accessing social media platforms. Legal affairs. In 2018, Musk was sued by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission (SEC) for a tweet stating that funding had been secured for potentially taking Tesla private. The securities fraud lawsuit characterized the tweet as false, misleading, and damaging to investors, and sought to bar Musk from serving as CEO of publicly traded companies. 2 days later, Musk settled with the SEC without admitting or denying the SEC's allegations. As a result, Musk and Tesla were fined $20 million each, and Musk was forced to step down for 3 years as Tesla chairman, but was able to remain as CEO. Shareholders filed a lawsuit over the tweet, and in February 2023, a jury found Musk and Tesla not liable. Musk has stated in interviews that he does not regret posting the tweet that triggered the SEC investigation. In 2019, Musk stated in a tweet that Tesla would build 500,000 cars that year. The SEC reacted by asking a court to hold him in contempt for violating the terms of the 2018 settlement agreement. A joint agreement between Musk and the SEC eventually clarified the previous agreement details, including a list of topics about which Musk needed pre-clearance. In 2020, a judge blocked a lawsuit that claimed a tweet by Musk regarding Tesla's stock price violated the agreement. Freedom of Information Act (FOIA) released records showed that the SEC concluded Musk had subsequently violated the agreement twice by tweeting regarding Tesla's solar roof production volumes and its stock price. In October 2023, the SEC sued Musk over his refusal to testify a third time in an investigation into whether he violated federal law by purchasing Twitter stock in 2022. In February 2024, Judge Laurel Beeler ruled that Musk must testify again. In January 2025, the SEC filed a lawsuit against Musk for securities violations related to his purchase of Twitter. In January 2024, Delaware Judge Kathleen McCormick ruled in a 2018 lawsuit that Musk's $55 billion pay package from Tesla be rescinded. McCormick called the compensation granted by the company's board an unfathomable sum that was unfair to shareholders. The Delaware Supreme Court overturned McCormick's decision in December 2025, restoring Musk's compensation package and awarding $1 in nominal damages. On March 20, 2026, a jury in San Francisco, California, found Musk liable for misleading investors during his acquisition of Twitter, though they absolved him of some fraud allegations, finding he did not scheme to defraud investors. Specifically, Musk was found to have misled shareholders in 2 tweets, but not in a podcast, as the views he expressed in that were deemed by the jury to be an opinion. Damages have yet to be calculated, but plaintiffs' lawyers estimated them to be $2.5 billion. Personal life: Musk became a U.S. citizen in 2002. From the early 2000s until late 2020, Musk resided in California, where both Tesla and SpaceX were founded. He then relocated to Cameron County, Texas, saying that California had become complacent about its economic success. While hosting Saturday Night Live in 2021, Musk stated that he has Asperger's syndrome, an outdated term for a mild strain of autism spectrum disorder, although he has never been formally diagnosed. When asked about his experience growing up with Asperger's syndrome in a TED conference in Vancouver in 2022, Musk stated that the social cues were not intuitive. "I would just tend to take things very literally. But then that turned out to be wrong. People were not simply saying exactly what they mean. There's all sorts of other things that are meant, and it took me a while to figure that out." Musk suffers from back pain and has undergone several spine-related surgeries, including a disc replacement. In 2000, he contracted a severe case of malaria while on vacation in South Africa. Musk has stated he uses doctor-prescribed ketamine for occasional depression and that he doses a small amount once every other week or something like that. Since January 2024, some media outlets have reported that he takes ketamine, marijuana, LSD, ecstasy, mushrooms, cocaine, and other drugs. Musk at first refused to comment on his alleged drug use, before responding that he had not tested positive for drugs, and that if drugs somehow improved his productivity, "I would definitely take them." The New York Times investigations revealed Musk's overuse of ketamine and numerous other drugs, as well as strained family relationships and concerns from close associates who have become troubled by his public behavior as he became more involved in political activities and government work. According to the Washington Post, President Trump described Musk as a big-time drug addict. Through his own label Emoji Records, Musk released a rap track, Rip Harambe, on SoundCloud in March 2019. The following year, he released an EDM track, Don't Doubt or Vibe, featuring his own lyrics and vocals. Musk plays video games, which he stated has a restoring effect that helps his mental calibration. Some games he plays include Quake, Diablo IV, Elden Ring, and Polytopia. Musk once claimed to be one of the world's top video game players, but has since admitted to account boosting or cheating by hiring outside services to achieve top player rankings. Musk has justified the boosting by claiming that all top accounts do it, so he has to as well to remain competitive. In 2024 and 2025, Musk criticized the video game Assassin's Creed Shadows and its creator Ubisoft for woke content. Musk posted to X that DEI kills art and specified the inclusion of the historical figure Yasuke in the Assassin's Creed game as offensive. He also called the game terrible. Ubisoft responded by saying that Musk's comments were just feeding hatred and that they were focused on producing a game, not pushing politics, relationships, and children. Musk has fathered at least 14 children, one of whom died as an infant. The Wall Street Journal reported in 2025 that sources close to Musk suggest that the true number of Musk's children is much higher than publicly known. He had 6 children with his first wife, Canadian author Justine Wilson, whom he met while attending Queen's University in Ontario, Canada. They married in 2000. In 2002, their first child, Nevada Musk, died of sudden infant death syndrome at the age of 10 weeks. After his death, the couple used in vitro fertilization (IVF) to continue their family. They had twins in 2004, followed by triplets in 2006. The couple divorced in 2008 and have shared custody of their children. The elder twin he had with Wilson came out as a trans woman and in 2022 officially changed her name to Vivian Jenna Wilson, adopting her mother's surname because she no longer wished to be associated with Musk. Musk began dating English actress Tallulah Riley in 2008. They married 2 years later at Dornoch Cathedral in Scotland. In 2012, the couple divorced, then remarried the following year. After briefly filing for divorce in 2014, Musk finalized a second divorce from Riley in 2016. Musk then dated the American actress Amber Heard for several months in 2017. He had reportedly been pursuing her since 2012. In 2018, Musk and Canadian musician Grimes confirmed they were dating. Grimes and Musk have 3 children, born in 2020, 2021, and 2022. Musk and Grimes originally gave their eldest child the name XAA12, which would have violated California regulations as it contained characters that are not in the modern English alphabet. The names registered on the birth certificate are X as a first name, AEAXYI as a middle name, and Musk as a last name. They received criticism for choosing a name perceived to be impractical and difficult to pronounce. Musk has said the intended pronunciation is X-A12. Their second child was born via surrogacy. Despite the pregnancy, Musk confirmed reports that the couple were semi-separated in September 2021 in an interview with Time. In December 2021, he said he was single. In October 2023, Grimes sued Musk over parental rights and custody of XAAXAAXII. Elon Musk has taken XAAXII to multiple official events in Washington, D.C. during Trump's second term in office. Also in July 2022, the Wall Street Journal reported that Musk allegedly had an affair with Nicole Shanahan, the wife of Google co-founder Sergey Brin, in 2021, leading to their divorce the following year. Musk denied the report. Musk also had a relationship with Australian actress Natasha Bassett, who has been described as an occasional girlfriend. In October 2024, the New York Times reported Musk bought a Texas compound for his children and their mothers, though Musk denied having done so. Musk also has 4 children with Siobhan Zilis, Director of Operations and Special Projects at Neuralink, twins born via IVF in 2021, a child born in 2024 via surrogacy, and a child born in 2025. On February 14, 2025, Ashley Streetclair, an influencer and author, posted on X claiming to have given birth to Musk's son Romulus 5 months earlier, which media outlets reported as Musk's supposed 13th child. On February 22, 2025, it was reported that St. Clair had filed for sole custody of her 5-month-old son and for Musk to be recognized as the child's father. On March 31, 2025, Musk wrote that, while he was unsure if he was the father of Streetclair's child, he had paid Streetclair $2.5 million and would continue paying her $500 per year. Later reporting from the Wall Street Journal indicated that $1 million of these payments to Streetclair were structured as a loan. Involvement with Jeffrey Epstein. In 2014, Musk and Ghislaine Maxwell appeared together in a photograph taken at an Academy Awards after-party, which Musk later described as a photobomb. The January 2026 Epstein files contain emails between Musk and Epstein from 2012 to 2013. After Epstein's first conviction, emails released on January 30, 2026, indicated that Epstein invited Musk to visit his private island on multiple occasions. The correspondence showed that while Epstein repeatedly encouraged Musk to attend, Musk did not visit the island. In one instance, Musk discussed the possibility of attending a party with his then-wife Tallulah Riley and asked which day would be the wildest party. According to the emails, the visit did not take place after Epstein later canceled the plans. On Christmas Day in 2012, Musk emailed Epstein asking, "Do you have any parties planned? I've been working to the edge of sanity this year, and so, once my kids head home after Christmas, I really want to hit the party scene in St. Bart's or elsewhere and let loose." The invitation is much appreciated, but a peaceful island experience is the opposite of what I'm looking for. Epstein replied that the ratio on my island might make Musk's wife uncomfortable, to which Musk responded, "Ratio is not a problem for Tallulah." On September 11, 2013, Epstein sent an email asking Musk if he had any plans for coming to New York for the opening of the United Nations General Assembly, saying that many interesting people would be coming to Epstein's house. Musk responded that flying to NY to see on diplomats do nothing would be an unwise use of time. Epstein responded by stating, "Do you think I am retarded? Just kidding, there is no one over 25 and all very cute." Musk has denied any close relationship with Epstein and described him as a creep who attempted to ingratiate himself with influential people. When Musk was asked in 2019 if he introduced Epstein to Mark Zuckerberg, Musk responded, "I don't recall introducing Epstein to anyone, as I don't know the guy well enough to do so." The released emails nonetheless showed cordial exchanges on a range of topics, including Musk's inquiry about parties on the island. The correspondence also indicated that Musk suggested hosting Epstein at SpaceX, while Epstein separately discussed plans to tour SpaceX and bring the girls, though there is no evidence that such a visit occurred. Musk has described the release of the files a distraction, later accusing the second Trump administration of suppressing them to protect powerful individuals, including Trump himself. Wealth. Elon Musk is the wealthiest person in the world, with an estimated net worth of US $676 billion as of February 2026, according to the Bloomberg Billionaires Index, and $852 billion according to Forbes, primarily from his ownership stakes in SpaceX and Tesla. Having been first listed on the Forbes Billionaires list in 2012, around 75% of Musk's wealth was derived from Tesla stock in November 2020, although he describes himself as cash poor. According to Forbes, he became the first person in the world to achieve a net worth of $300 billion in 2021, $400 billion in December 2024, $500 billion in October 2025, $600 billion in mid-December 2025, $600 billion in mid-December 2025, $700 billion later that month, and $800 billion in February 2026. In November 2025, a Tesla pay package worth potentially $1 trillion for Musk was approved, which he is to receive over 10 years if he meets specific goals. Public image. Although his ventures have been highly influential within their separate industries starting in the 2000s, Musk only became a public figure in the early 2010s. He has been described as an eccentric who makes spontaneous and impactful decisions while also often making controversial statements. Contrary to other billionaires who prefer reclusiveness to protect their businesses, Musk's actions and his expressed views have made him a polarizing figure. Biographer Ashley Vance described people's opinions of Musk as polarized due to his part philosopher, part troll persona on Twitter. He has drawn denunciation for using his platform to mock the self-selection of personal pronouns, while also receiving praise for bringing international attention to matters like British survivors of grooming gangs. Musk has been described as an American oligarch due to his extensive influence over public discourse, social media, industry, politics, and government policy. After Trump's re-election, Musk's influence and actions during the transition period and the second presidency of Donald Trump led some to call him President Musk, the actual president-elect, shadow president, or co-president. Accolades. Awards for his contributions to the development of the Falcon rockets include the American Institute of Aeronautics, and Astronautics George Low Transportation Award in 2008, the Federation Aeronaut International Gold Space Medal in 2010, and the Royal Aeronautical Society Gold Medal in 2012. In 2015, he received an honorary doctorate in engineering and technology from Yale University and an Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers honorary membership. Musk was elected a Fellow of the Royal Society FRS in 2018. In 2022, Musk was elected to the National Academy of Engineering. Summarizing simple timeline: 1971, born in South Africa. 1995, started Zip2. 1999, sold Zip2. 2002, sold PayPal. Founded SpaceX. 2004, joined Tesla. 2008, Tesla crisis. 2010s, Tesla and SpaceX success. 2022, bought Twitter X. Thank you for your watching till end. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe. I will make more legendary story for you.